Welcome to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Join us as we share our favorite RPGs, one-shot games, tabletop games, reviews, and convention panels. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to #RPGaDay 2023. It's Jim.
And Kelly.
And it is August the 3rd. The question of the day for #RPGaDay 2023 is first RPG bought this year. I actually had to go back through my purchasing records to confirm this, but I do have a two-part answer.
Well, I haven't actually bought an actual RPG this year. I mean, I was given a Dresden one. I, looked at some of the stuff you've gotten. But I myself, and I have an idea of what I'd like to get in the future. But I don't have. So instead, I'm gonna say what I might. I mean, I received one. Did the Kickstarter a while ago. Have not had a chance to play it, and I would like to sometime do it. It's called Good Society, a Jane Austen RPG.
Oh.
It's for basically about 2 to 5 players, but there's and they don't call it a game master, they call it a facilitator. So of course, Jane Austen. So it's romance, scandal, manners. And yes, I would love to dress for it.
You're going to make a murder mystery night out of it, aren't you?
Pretty much. And probably sometime in the future, I would like to do that. So.
Hey, that's a good plan.
Since I haven't, I bought one, I'm just throwing that one out there.
We should totally do that.
Because I don't think we've ever discussed it.
No, we haven't. That's totally a thing we need to make happen.
Exactly.
You'll just have to make sure that that's your first purchase of the year. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, there are some expansion stuff. So because they use cards as well for characters, that type of thing. They have online versions to do it that you can run it as LARP. They even, although I just found out they have a 2-person one for. I would like to. I'm probably going to download that and take a look. Break it in on a small scale.
That's a good option there to make it happen.
It makes used to make Regency gown. Like I need one, right?
You can always go Regency Light.
Yeah.
So by flipping back through my receipts online to see what I bought from TGG and what I bought on Amazon this year, because those are the two places I've bought books this year. The first RPG book is not a core book, but a fluff book. And because someone got me Vesson from Free League Publishing for Christmas,
that could be.
I totally had to buy Vesson, A Wicked Secret and Other Mysteries by Free League Publishing, which is one of their adventure books for that RPG of Vesson, which is a really interesting RPG if you ever get a chance to look at it, because it's not just about show up, kill the monster, leave. It's more of a show up, realize what the conflict is between the supernatural and the normal, because there's always some instigating factor pissing off the supernatural in Vesson, and then finding a way to appease the supernatural in one form or another. Sometimes you just gotta kill a priest, just saying. And, set whatever needs to be set right and free, and the group is basically a uplifted group of society adventurers who are based on a old society that was wiped out. So as your campaign goes, you're basically rediscovering the old society's secrets, journals, whatnot, because you find out they were actually betrayed from within and wiped out. So it's a fun little, it totally has that throwback to that one Fate RPG, that the Secret Society, which I was a fan of. The Caribous Club.
Mhm. I've never played it, but
Mhm.
I do know that you like to watch that one TV show with the Bessons. So,
Oh yeah,
oh,
the Grimm.
yeah, uh-huh. That I'd
Grimm
get you that.
totally did a great job of that.
Mhm.
And of course, Vesson does kind of focus on the European supernaturals. So you have a lot of the Slavic and the Irish and the English mixed in there, so it's some interesting take on it. But the first actual RPG core book purchased in 2023 at Tucson Games and Gadgets was the Altered Carbon RPG by Renegade Game Studios, which we have not actually played.
No, but Altered Carbon, with the sleeves and stuff, the
Mm-hmm.
Netflix show.
Yep.
I really wish they
The
had continued
RPG
that
based
show.
on the TV show on Netflix and the book series, because there's a bigger book series than what Netflix did. Yeah, and unfortunately Netflix totally cut it short when they shouldn't have. But it's
Yeah,
a really fun cyberpunk adventure, noir cyberpunk, I should say, because they emphasize that.
cool beans.
Because who doesn't want Poe as a cool AI? I'm just saying. I mean, I want a hotel that's got Gatling guns in it, right? Though the game mechanics are slightly different, where they use a reverse of what we're used to in Savage World dice pool. So instead of using the better you are, the bigger the dice pool, it's actually the better you are, the smaller the dice. So you go from the 12, the 8, the 6, the 4. So the 4 is when you're really good at doing stuff.
Interesting.
Because you actually want to roll low in this one for achieving. And then some like really hard skills is you need to roll this number and only that number succeeds. And that's like woof, super hard mechanics there. It definitely
Yeah.
has a lot of crunch, but I love in the book during the fluff parts, they do a really good job of fluffing out of the future worlds and how you can use them, and you can totally as a GM borrow that material for other cyberpunk style campaigns. Just totally gonna throw that one out there. Like the random encounter table is really good in there. So if you're having to be playing Android or Cyberpunk Red, you can totally use the encounter tables for that.
Cool beans.
And I do like the fact they have AI as a character. So you could totally play a character who's just an AI, so it's all mental, nothing physical, and you can follow the group around thanks to the internet.
That's kind of,
It's like playing a ghost in, fantasy settings. Except the cool thing is your AI can hack like nobody's business. So they can run a hotel and they're off that.
There you go.
So I would definitely like anybody listening to this to comment in the comments of what was your first RPG you bought this year, because it is, I mean, some of my friends, I know it's been Star Wars now, but not it's back in reprint, which is great.
True.
Yep, it is good that Edge Studios has got Star Wars back in print, and we are still waiting on some more Genesis books, but on Drive Through RPG, they've been coming up with a lot of fan-made material, which is cool. Because I'm definitely looking to get some more Genesis game stuff going. Never enough time to play all the RPGs you want to play.
Nope.
And of course, work and work-life balance and home life balance. Gotta find that happy balance. Or you just live at your game store. That's another one. They can charge you that.
Well, they are expanding. I don't think that that's going to be an option.
Could totally see TGG with the new expansion. Just make a nice little studio apartment so you can rent this.
I know it would have to be like those Japanese pod hotels where you just have the sleeping pods.
Ooh, that would be actually kind of cool. And definitely got to find out if our Friday night's game's happening, because speaking of TGG, they've got trivia night. And I thought it might be one that you'd be interested in. But we'll talk about more about that later.
Oakley dokley.
So go out, buy some RPG books, preferably brick and mortar, but we all understand if you have to go through Amazon. And if you can, totally pick one up from indie developers on their websites, because that's another great way to make sure that you're supporting the indie RPGers.
Yeah, there's one I have that I'm interested in getting.
So you can totally
Flying Moose.
You can totally get it and make that your first purchase of the year, Kelly. All right, guys. Thank you for listening, and talk to you later.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play-In Podcast Network. If you enjoyed our show, please check out D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Ragnarok Enroll a Scion Hero to Ragnarok Story. Also, check out our Patreon page for more content and behind-the-scenes things, as well as joining us for a one-shot game or two.